Welcome back to Men's Health 365. Today I'm going to reveal a simple nighttime ritual that could transform your morning energy, boost your testosterone, improve your cardiovascular health, and enhance your overall vitality. It involves just 1 tablespoon of a specific oil taken before bed, and it's backed by compelling research from leading medical institutions, including studies published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism, the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, and multiple cardiovascular health journals. This isn't some exotic supplement or expensive pharmaceutical. This is an affordable, natural oil that's been used for thousands of years, but whose profound benefits for men's health are only now being fully understood through modern scientific research. Before I reveal exactly which oil and why the timing matters so much, hit that subscribe button right now. We're building a community of men who are taking control of their health with evidence-based natural strategies. Every week, we bring you information that could genuinely change your life. Let me share a story that perfectly illustrates the power of this simple intervention. Robert Patterson, a 64-year-old warehouse manager from Manchester, England, had been struggling with multiple health issues for nearly 3 years. He woke up every morning feeling exhausted, despite sleeping 7 to 8 hours. His energy levels were so low that he needed 2 cups of coffee just to function before noon. He'd gained 18 pounds around his midsection, despite not changing his diet significantly. His libido had diminished to almost nothing, which was affecting his marriage. His cholesterol levels were creeping up, and his doctor was considering statin medications. Robert felt like he was aging faster than he should, losing the vitality and drive that had characterized most of his life. Robert's wife had been reading about the health benefits of extra virgin olive oil and suggested he try taking a tablespoon before bed based on some research she'd found. Robert was skeptical, but figured it couldn't hurt. He started taking 1 tablespoon of high-quality extra virgin olive oil every night about 30 minutes before bed. Within 2 weeks, he noticed he was waking up feeling more refreshed. After 1 month, his morning energy was noticeably better, and he'd cut his coffee consumption in half. After 3 months, he'd lost 12 pounds without significantly changing his diet otherwise. His libido had returned, and he felt genuinely energized throughout the day. When he had his cholesterol checked after 4 months, his doctor was surprised to see significant improvements. His LDL had dropped 23 points, his HDL had increased, and his triglycerides had decreased substantially. The doctor said whatever Robert was doing, he should keep doing it. Today, nearly 2 years later, Robert maintains his nightly olive oil ritual religiously and says it's one of the simplest but most impactful health habits he's ever adopted. So what makes extra virgin olive oil so powerful, and why does taking it before bed specifically enhance its benefits for male health and morning vitality? Let's dive into the science. Extra virgin olive oil is rich in monounsaturated fatty acids, primarily oleic acid, which comprises about 70 to 80% of the oil. Research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition has shown that diets rich in monounsaturated fats, particularly from olive oil, are associated with higher testosterone levels compared to diets high in polyunsaturated fats or low-fat diets. A landmark study found that men who consumed olive oil as their primary fat source had significantly higher testosterone levels than men who consumed primarily other fat sources. The mechanism involves the fact that all steroid hormones, including testosterone, are synthesized from cholesterol. Having adequate healthy fat intake, particularly monounsaturated fats, provides the raw materials your body needs for hormone production. But olive oil isn't just about providing fats for hormone synthesis. It contains powerful bioactive compounds that have profound effects throughout your body. Oleocanthal is a phenolic compound with potent anti-inflammatory properties. Research published in Nature showed that oleocanthal works similarly to ibuprofen in reducing inflammation, but without the side effects. Chronic inflammation is one of the primary drivers of aging and disease, and it specifically suppresses testosterone production. By reducing systemic inflammation, olive oil helps restore optimal hormonal function. Oleuropein is another phenolic compound that has been shown to have antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and cardioprotective effects. Research in the European Journal of Nutrition found that oleuropein improves endothelial function, which is the ability of your blood vessels to dilate and deliver blood flow. This is critical for erectile function, cardiovascular health, and nutrient delivery to all tissues. Hydroxytyrosol is one of the most powerful antioxidants found in nature, and extra virgin olive oil is one of the richest sources. This compound protects your cells from oxidative damage, supports mitochondrial function, which is where your cells produce energy, and has been shown to have neuroprotective effects. Vitamin E in olive oil protects testosterone molecules from oxidation and degradation. Research shows that men with higher vitamin E intake maintain healthier testosterone levels as they age. Squalene is a compound in olive oil that has antioxidant properties and may support skin health and overall cellular function. The combination of these compounds creates synergistic effects that go far beyond what you'd get from any single isolated nutrient. This is why whole extra virgin olive oil is more effective than olive oil supplements or isolated compounds. Now let's discuss why timing matters. Specifically, why taking olive oil before bed amplifies its benefits for male health and morning vitality. First, testosterone production follows a circadian rhythm, with the majority of production occurring during sleep, particularly during deep sleep stages. Your testosterone levels are typically highest in the early morning and decline throughout the day. By providing your body with the raw materials it needs for testosterone synthesis right before your body ramps up production during sleep, you're optimizing the availability of nutrients when they're needed most. Research in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism has documented that sleep quality and duration directly affect testosterone production, and providing nutritional support before this critical production window makes physiological sense. Second, taking olive oil before bed helps stabilize blood sugar throughout the night. When you consume healthy fats before bed, they slow gastric emptying and provide sustained energy release. This prevents the blood sugar crashes that can occur during extended fasting overnight. Stable blood sugar during sleep supports better sleep quality, reduces nighttime cortisol spikes, prevents early morning awakenings from hunger or hypoglycemia, and supports more stable hormone production. Research shows that blood sugar instability and insulin resistance are major suppressors of testosterone production. By stabilizing blood sugar overnight, olive oil indirectly supports hormonal health. Third, the anti-inflammatory compounds in olive oil work while you sleep to reduce systemic inflammation. Sleep is when your body performs most of its repair and recovery processes. Inflammation interferes with these processes and suppresses growth hormone and testosterone production. By providing powerful anti-inflammatory compounds before bed, you enhance your body's natural overnight recovery and hormone production. Research in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry found that the anti-inflammatory effects of olive oil phenolic compounds peak several hours after consumption, meaning bedtime consumption delivers maximum anti-inflammatory benefit during the critical sleep hours. Fourth, olive oil before bed supports cardiovascular health during sleep, a time when your body is recovering and your cardiovascular system is under reduced stress. The nitric oxide boosting effects of olive oil compounds help maintain healthy blood pressure during sleep and improve overall vascular function. This is particularly important because nighttime blood pressure patterns are strong predictors of cardiovascular disease risk. Research shows that people whose blood pressure doesn't decrease adequately during sleep have higher risk of heart attack and stroke. Olive oil's cardiovascular benefits may help optimize nighttime blood pressure patterns. Fifth, olive oil consumption before bed may enhance the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins from your evening meal, including vitamins A, D, E, and K, all of which support various aspects of male health. Vitamin D in particular is critical for testosterone production. By ensuring optimal absorption of these nutrients, bedtime olive oil enhances your overall nutritional status. Now let's discuss what the research specifically shows about olive oil consumption and male health outcomes. A major study published in the journal Nutrients followed over 600 men for several years and found that those who consumed the most olive oil, more than 4 tablespoons per day, had significantly higher testosterone levels compared to those consuming the least. The high consumption group also had better cardiovascular health markers, lower inflammation markers, and reported better overall quality of life. Research from the University of Athens found that men following a Mediterranean diet rich in olive oil had better erectile function compared to men following Western-style diets. The researchers attributed this to improved endothelial function and reduced inflammation from olive oil consumption. A study in the European Journal of Endocrinology examined the relationship between dietary fat composition and testosterone levels in healthy men. They found that diets rich in monounsaturated fats from olive oil were associated with the highest testosterone levels, while diets high in polyunsaturated fats or very low in fat were associated with lower testosterone. This suggests that not just the amount of fat matters, but the type of fat, and olive oil provides the ideal fat profile for hormonal health. Research published in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology, the famous PREDIMED study, followed thousands of people for years and found that those consuming Mediterranean diets rich in extra virgin olive oil had dramatically reduced rates of heart attack, stroke, and cardiovascular death compared to control groups. For men specifically, cardiovascular health and sexual health are intimately connected because both depend on healthy blood vessels and good blood flow. By protecting cardiovascular health, olive oil indirectly protects sexual function and vitality. Studies on olive oil and inflammation have consistently found that regular consumption reduces markers of systemic inflammation, including C-reactive protein, interleukin-6, and TNF-alpha. Since chronic inflammation suppresses testosterone and accelerates aging, these anti-inflammatory effects contribute significantly to maintaining male vitality. Now let me give you the specific protocol for using olive oil to boost male health and morning vitality. Choose high-quality extra virgin olive oil. This is critical because processing destroys many of the beneficial compounds. Extra virgin olive oil is the first cold pressing, with no heat or chemicals used. It retains all the phenolic compounds and bioactive substances that provide health benefits. Look for bottles that are dark glass to protect from light, have a harvest date, ideally within the past year, come from a single region or a state rather than blended from multiple countries, have a peppery or bitter taste when you sample it. This indicates high phenolic content and display quality certifications. Take exactly 1 tablespoon, 15 milliliters, approximately 30 to 60 minutes before bed. You can take it straight from a spoon, which is what I recommend for maximum benefit, or you can add it to a small amount of food if you find taking it straight unpalatable. Some men mix it with a small amount of yogurt or drizzle it over a few pieces of fruit. Make this a consistent nightly ritual. Consistency is key for cumulative benefits. Missing occasional nights won't undo your progress, but making it a daily habit produces the best results. Start with 1 tablespoon. Some research suggests benefits up to 3 to 4 tablespoons daily, but starting with 1 tablespoon before bed is ideal. You can add more during the day in cooking or salads if desired, but the before-bed tablespoon should be your foundation. Combine with other sleep-supporting habits for maximum benefit. Ensure your bedroom is cool, dark, and quiet. Avoid screens for at least 30 minutes before bed. Practice relaxation techniques if needed. The olive oil works synergistically with good sleep hygiene to optimize overnight recovery and hormone production. Now let's discuss what you can realistically expect. Within the first 2 weeks, you'll likely notice improved morning energy and reduced grogginess upon waking, more stable energy throughout the morning without needing excessive caffeine, possible improvements in digestive regularity, and potential reduction in morning joint stiffness due to anti-inflammatory effects. After 1 month, continued improvements in morning vitality and sustained energy, possible improvements in libido and sexual interest, potential weight loss, particularly around the midsection, as olive oil helps regulate metabolism and improved skin appearance as the antioxidants work systemically. After 3 months, noticeable improvements in body composition if combined with reasonable diet and exercise, measurable improvements in cholesterol and triglycerides if you have blood work done, enhanced erectile function and sexual performance in many men, an overall sense of improved vitality and well-being. After 6 months, optimal benefits are typically reached, including potential measurable increases in testosterone if you get blood work, significantly improved cardiovascular health markers, sustained improvements in energy, libido, and overall vitality, and long-term anti-aging benefits from reduced inflammation and oxidative stress. Robert Patterson, the warehouse manager I told you about, experienced his most noticeable benefits between 1 and 3 months, with continued improvements thereafter. 2 years later, he maintains the habit because he knows the benefits depend on consistency. Now let's address some common questions and concerns. First, won't a tablespoon of oil before bed cause weight gain? It's 120 calories after all. Surprisingly, research shows that people who consume olive oil regularly, including before bed, don't gain weight and often lose weight compared to those who avoid it. The mechanisms include olive oil increases satiety and reduces overall calorie intake at subsequent meals. It improves insulin sensitivity and metabolic function, supporting fat loss. It may slightly increase metabolic rate and fat oxidation, and it helps regulate appetite hormones. A tablespoon of olive oil contains about 120 calories and 14 grams of fat, but when it replaces other less healthy fats in your diet or reduces your consumption of other foods through increased satiety, the net effect is often neutral or even beneficial for weight management. Second, won't consuming fat before bed interfere with sleep or cause digestive issues? For most people, no. Olive oil is easily digested and doesn't cause the heavy, uncomfortable feeling that large meals before bed can cause. Some people even find that the stable blood sugar provided by olive oil improves their sleep quality by preventing nighttime awakenings. However, if you have gallbladder issues or specific digestive conditions, consult your doctor before starting this practice. Start with a smaller amount, perhaps half a tablespoon, if you're concerned about digestive tolerance, and gradually increase. Third, can I just use regular olive oil instead of extra virgin? I strongly recommend against this. Regular olive oil, sometimes labeled as light olive oil or pure olive oil, has been refined and processed, which removes most of the beneficial phenolic compounds that provide the health benefits we've discussed. The refining process often uses heat and chemicals that destroy the antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds. Extra virgin olive oil costs more, but the health benefits justify the investment. Think of it as an investment in your health that costs roughly $1 to $2 per day, depending on the quality and source. Fourth, are there any people who shouldn't follow this protocol? Olive oil is generally very safe for most people, but there are some considerations. If you're on blood-thinning medications, talk to your doctor, as olive oil has mild anticoagulant properties. If you have gallbladder disease or have had your gallbladder removed, high-fat foods, including olive oil, may cause digestive discomfort, so proceed cautiously. If you have specific medical conditions or take medications, always consult your healthcare provider before making significant dietary changes. For the vast majority of men over 60, 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil before bed is not only safe, but highly beneficial. Fifth, can I get the same benefits from other oils like coconut oil, avocado oil, or fish oil? Each oil has unique benefits, and some overlap with olive oil's benefits, but the specific combination of monounsaturated fats and phenolic compounds in extra virgin olive oil is unique and has the strongest research support for the benefits we've discussed. Coconut oil is primarily saturated fat with different metabolic effects. Avocado oil is also rich in monounsaturated fats and has some similar benefits but lacks the same phenolic compounds. Fish oil provides omega-3 fatty acids, which are excellent for cardiovascular and brain health, but don't provide the same testosterone-supporting effects. My recommendation is to use extra virgin olive oil as your foundation, and feel free to include other healthy oils for their unique benefits. Let me give you some additional tips for maximizing the benefits of this protocol. Store your olive oil properly. Keep it in a cool, dark place away from heat and light. Don't store it next to your stove. Consider keeping it in a dark glass bottle in a cupboard or even in the refrigerator, though refrigeration will cause it to solidify and you'll need to let it warm to room temperature before using. Rotate your supply. Buy olive oil in quantities you'll use within a few months, and note the harvest date. The phenolic compounds degrade over time, so fresher is better. Use it liberally in cooking too. The before-bed tablespoon is your cornerstone, but using olive oil throughout the day for cooking and salads provides additional benefits. Just avoid heating it to smoking point, as this can damage the beneficial compounds. Combine with a generally healthy Mediterranean-style diet for synergistic effects. Research shows that olive oil's benefits are amplified when it's part of an overall dietary pattern rich in vegetables, fruits, whole grains, legumes, fish, and moderate amounts of dairy and wine. Get your testosterone checked if you haven't recently. It's valuable to know your baseline so you can objectively measure improvements after several months of this protocol. Most men over 60 have lower testosterone than optimal, and documenting improvements can be motivating. Address other factors affecting male vitality. While olive oil is powerful, it works best as part of a comprehensive approach that includes adequate sleep, 7 to 8 hours per night, regular exercise including resistance training, stress management, maintaining healthy body weight, and avoiding excessive alcohol and eliminating smoking. Now let's discuss some of the broader health benefits beyond testosterone and morning vitality. Brain health and cognitive function benefit significantly from olive oil consumption. Research published in JAMA Internal Medicine found that people who consumed Mediterranean diets rich in olive oil had better cognitive function and lower rates of cognitive decline compared to control groups. The mechanisms include reduced brain inflammation, improved blood flow to the brain, antioxidant protection of brain cells, and support for the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which promotes new neuron formation. Cancer prevention research has shown associations between olive oil consumption and reduced risk of several cancers. A meta-analysis in the British Journal of Nutrition found that high olive oil consumption was associated with reduced risk of breast, colorectal, and other cancers. The anti-inflammatory and antioxidant compounds are believed to play protective roles. Longevity research from the PREDIMED study and other large population studies consistently shows that people who consume olive oil regularly live longer than those who don't. The mechanisms likely involve the combined effects on cardiovascular health, cancer risk, inflammation, brain health, and metabolic function. Joint health and arthritis symptoms may improve with regular olive oil consumption. The anti-inflammatory compound oleocanthal has been shown to reduce arthritis symptoms in some studies. Men with joint pain or stiffness may find that consistent olive oil consumption reduces these symptoms over time. Gut health appears to benefit from olive oil through several mechanisms, including support for beneficial gut bacteria, reduction in gut inflammation, and improved absorption of fat-soluble vitamins. Emerging research suggests that olive oil may have prebiotic-like effects, supporting a healthy gut microbiome. Before we wrap up, I want to emphasize that this simple ritual, 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil before bed, is one of the easiest and most affordable interventions you can make for your health. It requires minimal time and effort. The oil itself costs roughly $30 to $60 per month, depending on quality, which is far less than most supplements and dramatically less than medications. The research supporting its benefits is extensive and compelling, and the potential upside is enormous: improved testosterone, enhanced morning energy and vitality, better cardiovascular health, reduced inflammation and disease risk, improved sexual function, enhanced cognitive function, and overall longevity benefits. Robert Patterson, the warehouse manager who transformed his health, invested less than 5 minutes per day and roughly $50 per month. In return, he got his energy back, lost weight, improved his cholesterol, restored his libido, and feels decades younger. That's an extraordinary return on investment. You can experience similar benefits starting tonight. Go to your local store or order online and get a bottle of high-quality extra virgin olive oil. Look for the characteristics I mentioned: dark glass bottle, harvest date, single region, quality certifications. Tonight, 30 to 60 minutes before bed, take 1 tablespoon. Make it a ritual. Do it every single night. Track how you feel over the coming weeks. Notice your morning energy, your overall vitality, your mental clarity, your physical well-being. Give it at least 3 months of consistent use before judging results, though many men notice benefits much sooner. I think you'll be amazed at how such a simple intervention can produce such profound effects. This is the power of working with your body's natural physiology, providing it with the nutrients and bioactive compounds it needs to function optimally, especially during the critical overnight recovery and hormone production period. Now I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below letting us know what country you're watching from. We have viewers from all over the world, and I love seeing this global community of men committed to optimal health and vitality. And please, hit that subscribe button and share this video. Most men over 60 have no idea that something as simple as a tablespoon of olive oil before bed can transform their health. By subscribing and sharing, you help us reach more men who need this evidence-based information. Remember, vitality and health after 60 aren't about luck or genetics. They're about knowledge and consistent action. You now have the knowledge. The action is in your hands, or more precisely, in your spoon, starting tonight.